Joshua 20. Cities of Refuge. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "Tell the Israelites to designate the cities of refuge as I instructed you through Moses, so that anyone who kills a person accidentally and unintentionally may flee there and find protection from the avenger of blood. When they flee to one of these cities, they are to stand in the entrance of the city gate and stand their case before the elders of that city. Then the elders are to admit the fugitive into their city and provide a place to live among them. If the avenger of blood comes in pursuit, the elders must not surrender the fugitive, because the fugitive killed their neighbor unintentionally and without malice afterthought. They are to stay in the city until they have stood trial before the assembly and until the death of the high priest who was serving at the time. Then they may go back to their own home in the town from which they fled. So when they set apart at Kadesh in Galilee, in the hill country of Naphtali, Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba in the hill country of Judah, east of the Jordan, they designated Bezer in the wilderness of the plateau, in the tribe of Reuben, Ramoth and Gilead, in the tribe of Gad and Golan, and Bashan in the tribe of Manasseh. Any of the Israelites or any foreigner residing among them who killed someone accidentally could flee to these designated cities and not be killed by the avenger of blood prior to standing trial before the assemblies. Joshua 21. Towns for the Levites. Now the family heads of the Levites approached Elzar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the other tribal families of Israel, as Shiloh in command through Moses that you give us towns to live in, with pasture lands for our livestock. So as the Lord had commanded, the Israelites gave the Levites the following towns and pasture lands out of their own inheritance. The first lot came out for the Kohathites, according to their clans. The Levites, who were descendants of Aaron the priest, were allotted 13 towns from the Benjamin of Judah, Simon and Benjamin. The rest of Kohath's descendants, you were allotted 10 towns from the clans of the tribes of Ephraim, Dan, half of Manasseh. The descendants of Gershon were allotted 13 towns from the clans of the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and the half-tribe of Manasseh and Bashan. The descendants of Marchi, according to their clans, received 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the Israelites allotted to the Levites these towns and their pasture lands, as the Lord had commanded through Moses. From the tribes of Judah and Simon, they allotted the following towns by name. They gave the Kiriath Arba with its surrounding pasture lands in the hill country of Judah, but the fields and villages around the cities they had given to Caleb son of Jephunneh as his possession. So the descendants of Aaron and the priests they gave Hebron, Lebanah, Jatir, Eshtemoa, Ahalon, Debir, An, Judah, and Beth Sheshmesh, together their pasture lands, 9 towns from these 2 tribes. And from the tribes of Benjamin they gave the Gibeon, Geba, Anath, and Lamon, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. The total number of towns for the priests, the descendants of Aaron, came to 13 together with their pasture lands. The rest of the Kohathite clan of Levites were allotted towns from the tribe of Ephraim. In the hill country of Ephraim they were given Shechem and Gezer, Kibzaim, and Beth Horon, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. Also from the tribe of Dan they received El Tekah, Gibthon, Aishalon, and Gath Ramon, together their pasture lands, 4 towns. From half the tribe of Manasseh they received Tanach and Gath Ramon, together with their pasture lands, 2 towns. All these 10 towns and their pasture lands were given to the rest of the Kohathite clans. The Levite clans of Gershonites were given from these half tribes of Manasseh, Golan and Bashan, and Beshatera, together with their pasture lands, 2 towns. 4 towns, 4 towns, 3 towns, 4 towns, 4 towns, 4 towns. The total number of the towns allotted to the Merarite clans who were the rest of the Levites came to 12. The towns of the Levites in the territory in all, together with their pasture lands. Each of these towns had pasture lands surrounding it. This was true of all these towns. So the Lord gave Israel all the land he sworn to give their ancestors, and they took possession of it and settled there. The Lord gave them the rest on every side, just as he had sworn to their ancestors. Not one of their enemies withstood them. The Lord gave all their enemies into their hands. Not one of all the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Everyone was fulfilled. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.